Hi, it's Sarah from South Fayette Township Library, and today I'd like to recommend a nonfiction New York Times bestseller that I really loved, The Boys in the Boat: 9 Americans in Their Epic Quest for Gold at the 1936 Berlin Olympics by Daniel James Brown. I found this book to be engrossing from the prologue to the very last sentence. It highlights the values of hard work, being resilient, teamwork, friendship, and the rowing term swing. In the 1930s, America was in the Great Depression. Banks were closed, people were unemployed, agriculture and industry were just doing terribly. But what was popular was rowing. Rowing was as popular in the 1930s in the United States as basketball and football are here today. And the best teams for rowing were on the East Coast. They were Harvard and Yale. At this time, a young man, Joe Rance, enrolls and is accepted to the University of Washington, and he tries out for the rowing team. We get to learn that Joe comes to the university just by sheer will and determination and hard work alone, because Joe's mom died when he was 3 years old, and his father remarried. His stepmother never embraced him for no other reason other than the fact that he wasn't her own child. They move away and they leave a teenage Joe in a house all by himself. To make money, he has to chop wood, and to eat, he has to catch fish for his supper. It's a dream of his to go to the University of Washington, and he studies hard and he gets in. Joe takes a year off between high school and college to earn some money. And when he gets to the University of Washington, he tries out for the rowing team. He wanted to be on the rowing team because if you're on the rowing team, you didn't get a scholarship then, but you had employment on campus, and Joe desperately needed the money. At first, he doesn't feel like he fits in with anybody there, but as he tries out for this remarkable team, he makes friends that end up being lifelong friends. We get to learn what the process is for making the team. It takes a long time to just get on the team. They're grueling practices, long hours, practicing in freezing cold sleet over and over and over again. And the kids, these boys just become a team, and they benefit from having a fabulous coach in Al Albrechtsen. He had gone to that university himself and been on the rowing team. And George Pocock designs and builds their racing boats, the shells that they use. During the 1930s, Joseph Goebbels, who is Adolf Hitler's Minister of Propaganda, advises Hitler that it would be good publicity if they host the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. Somehow, Adolf Hitler is allowed to hold these Olympics, and Germany sets about to clean up Berlin and build a stadium. They have to remove all traces of Nazi tyranny from the area so that it looks like nothing bad is going on. And they're highlighting their good hosting ability and extending this kindness to the world, when meanwhile horrible things are going on right in Berlin at that time. We get to learn what the Depression era was like in America. We get to learn all this information, which is actually very fascinating, about rowing. We learn how our boys from the Washington University beat out Harvard and Yale and a great team from California as well to make that team, that Olympic team, and all their trials and tribulations along the way. And it's just heart-stopping at times, and we're really rooting for these boys who are fabulous. I really think you'll like the book. I hope you check it out. Take care, stay well, and have a great week.